Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Greta and I like to do videos on perfume and other luxury items. If you are returning and still haven't subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the big thumbs up because that does help the analytics and it does help my channel get in more feeds for more people to find me. Today's video, oh my goodness, it is July already. So let's do what I wore in June, what my June favorites were, because I was pretty surprised. I was pretty surprised what I was wearing in June. So hang tight and we'll get to that. Okay, everyone, so what did I wear this June? I was pretty surprised. So let's go over here. So for one, which I had received finally this large bottle, so I'm really happy about that, but I was working through the atomizer still of Maria. Do I have that one here? Sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. Malibu. Malibu is the one that looks identical to this. Malibu is the one that I have been working through and really liking. It is fruity, coconut, really tropical. It's called Malibu Beach Party. It's my scent of the day, so I'll spray some more. I love these by Simone Andreoli. It's a he, not a she. Simone Andreoli. I really like this one. Their packaging is pretty simple. Nothing too elaborate or luxurious. It is a nice thick glass though, which I do appreciate this thick base here. Packaging is a plain cardboard box. They're also pretty reasonable. There is two places, thank you to a subscriber that found a site that sells it, plus Youniqu. If you have a subscription there, you can get one of these atomizers and you can also buy it there. So that one, this one is just such a good beachy coconut, fruity floral, like tropical flowers, tropical fruit fragrance, like exactly what you want to have that beachy kind of vibe, or you're just relaxing, you're not working, you maybe having a cocktail with friends. It's daytime, definitely daytime fragrance. It's so good. But I get a lot of the coconut, which, you know, a lot of coconut fragrances, I don't really smell a whole lot of the coconut, where I do get a creamy coconut here that I just love. This is a good one. I do like all three, Maria, Malibu, and Sunplosion. This one, I get a lot of that coconut in it, which is why I like it. The next one, which I really was going ham with and just fell like in love with for like a week straight, is my Xerjoff Dolce Amalfi. So I had two of these and I'm plowing through them. And then, you know, I just hauled this hair mist too, which is cool to put in my hair. Apparently it's healthy for your hair even. Since I was going through these and there was a 4th of July sale at Fragrance by Canada, I decided to take advantage and get it since I clearly was gonna finish this and was really enjoying it. It's total bazooka bubblegum on the opening. Like that's what I get. I know you're juicy fruits, some other things, but if you know bazooka bubblegum, the red, white, and blue wrapper, it's also used like in the baseball community, like they'll get big buckets of, oh, that's bubblegum. Oh, bazooka too. And it has that, which is like a bubblegum flavor with like cloves. And if I look at the notes, there's nothing that makes sense to the outcome of the fragrance. It just doesn't translate. Like I can't craft it in my brain by looking at the notes listed. So just don't even go there. Okay. It translates to gum. But that particular gum, and I'm sorry, you got to be old like me to know that one, but I think they might still have it. And then it settles down a little bit and I get a lot of compliments. I wore it to like a work meeting. It was women there, all women. They all loved it and complimented me when I got there. They wanted to spray it. They needed to take a picture of what it was. And then random people that were also eating lunch there made a comment. So, and that was outdoors eating in mid-70s temperature. So a warm summer day, not a hot summer day. And I just think that the spices that are in here, like there's clove, I want to say cardamom, they're cooling spices, not warm spices. So it goes really well in the heat. Just loving this one, really, really loving it. The next one that I did wear a fair amount is the M. Mikolev Peche Cristal number 4 from Oswald. I think there's like a fair dent going on there, and this is pretty darn new. I love this one. There's definitely a primary peach note surrounded by very similar surroundings to Ylang & Gold, which a lot of people know Ylang & Gold. So it's got those tropical florals, a little bit of a coconutty kind of vibe to it. It is a lighter fragrance, so this is not a beast. This is lighter. You're not going to get your 12 hours from this. You're going to get more like your 6 to 8 hours of adequate. It's just pretty. I get a really strong peach in this, which I like. Not an artificial peach, a very natural peach. Very soft peach that just is a great summer day fragrance to me, and I have been loving it. The other one, which you know is a favorite, and I hate talking about it because it's now discontinued, but it doesn't change my love for it and the amount that I reach for it, is the Armani C Fiori. This is my dumb reach when I want to be mass appealing, when I know I'm going to be around a lot of people that may or may not have the palette for some of the fragrances that I wear. Or if it's a younger crowd, I know this one's going to go over really well. And yeah, I got mad compliments from grown middle-aged men down to girls 12 years old. So it has that blackcurrant note in here, which is beautiful and gives you that creamy, fruity, floral fragrance. And then of course it has the C DNA in here. Now you can't go wrong with any of the C's. And I think the original is also nice for the daytime, whereas the black and the red, and I think they're extreme and intense, I think is what they're called. Those I'm going to say are a little better for nighttime, but this one and the original are just so good during the day. And I knew I was going to be doing a mentoring thing for another activity for a girls soccer team they're like 12 years old, 13 years old. They grow up so fast. I think they're still 13. They do grow up fast. And I just knew that this would go over really well, and it did. Surprisingly, several middle-aged men also complimented me on this. So it's just, if you find it, grab it. It's a good one. The one that surprised me is the next two. And one is I was getting hankerings for Baccarat Rouge 540, the original. I don't know. I just had some hankerings for it, and it just was scratching that itch. You know, sometimes you can't explain it. I was indoors, I was in air conditioning. It wasn't bad, if anything. It was like an indoor-outdoor thing. So I wasn't cloying to anyone. Like I said, it's been in the mid-70s here. I have not been subjected to the heat wave and humidity that some of you have. So it went over well. And yeah, it just, you know, sometimes you just need a little Baccarat Rouge. And, you know, I'm not going to go over the notes because I think it's to the point of ad nauseum. You've all heard it 1,001 times. But it is that classic. The next one that surprised me is Xerjoff Muse. So several months ago, I first tried this atomizer, and I told y'all about it. I actually filmed it, and I was a little ambivalent. I was a little like, I don't know if I like it. Kind of like it. The leather's a little pronounced on me. I'm not sure. I don't dislike it, but I don't know if it's full bottle worthy. This is that perfect scenario of try it in the next season and you may think differently, because in the cooler weather, the leather was just a little too pronounced on me and I wasn't really having it. I wore it recently, mostly because y'all have been talking about it in the comments and worried about its comparison to Decadence. So I was like, all right, let me take this baby for a ride again. And did I take her for her ride? I wore her on the treadmill. I was like, all right, we're gonna open you up. Let's take this baby for a drive. So there's nothing like your body heat really expands a fragrance, or if you're in the heat, it just blooms and blossoms. And that's why the lighter fragrances are better in the heat, because it expands them. And then when you're in the cold, they kind of contract, and the louder fragrances are good because they're not being amplified. Well, like, holy cow, did I fall in love with this in a different scenario. I didn't get that prominent leather. In fact, it was a very, very quiet leather. I did not detect. What I got was this gorgeous jammy plum oud. Like, that's what I got from this, and I fell in love so much that I also ordered a bottle of this at that 4th of July sale, because this is going fast too. And this is going fast. Yeah, so yeah, just totally fell in love with this. Like, amazing. And I know it's a stronger fragrance for the summer, but evening, air conditioning, more mild summer weather, yeah, I think you can get away with this. And again, I loved it so much more with the warmth. It was a completely different perfume to me. So I almost recant what I said before, or I'll say maybe I don't like it as much in cooler weather, but I love it in the summer. How's that? Yeah, it just was amazing. So, and no, I do not think this is like Decadence. Yeah, they both have plum, but I can't bear Decadence. There's two perfumes that I can't bear. One is Mugler's Angel, which is wildly popular. So it's not, you know, my opinion is by far not the norm. It is a unique opinion. It's just me. It gives me a migraine, doesn't agree with me. The newer version's not as bad as the old version, but it still makes me ill, and I don't want it on me or near me. And the other one is Decadence. I can't bear that fragrance. For some reason, it just revolts me. And it's probably just me and my reception of it. Not that it's this horrible thing, and it probably keeps me from truly being able to review that fragrance and break it apart, because I can't bear it for more than about 3 minutes. So I can't get to dry down with it. But I will say, yeah, they have a plum note, but I don't get that jamminess in Decadence. There's something very abrasive about that fragrance that I just don't like. This one is that Xerjoff DNA, and that it has that oud, and it's a jammy fruit oud is really what it is, and it's just so darn good. And it stays loud with that longevity and projection. So I don't know how you want to compare that to Decadence, but I don't get the same creature at all. To answer that. So that was Muse. The last one I wore a lot is a new release that you will hear about in probably the next video. I have 2 videos. I'm not sure which is going to go first, this or that one. And then that release that you will hear about definitely in just a couple days. So stay tuned for that one. Cannot wait to tell you about that. So sit tight and let me know what you guys wore in June, because I think you had a little bit rougher weather than I had. So I'm curious what y'all were wearing in June. Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah! Bye, you guys.